Welcome to my channel. Just keep swimming. 1111. Whoop, all right. Okay. Well, I hope you're doing really great today. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go ahead and get into the air sign collective reading. So this is going to be for those Gemini people, Libra people, and Aquarius people. Pop out card, Hierophant. All right, so if you're part of that collective, welcome. If you're cross-watching because someone you care about is part of that collective, welcome. If you're not even sure what you are, and you probably followed Tropical Western, welcome. If you are a water sign in Tropical Western astrology, chances are, not every time, but 9 times out of 10, you're an air sign, okay? And please check your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And I just want to say, hey, Sag Match, you're feeling better? That's awesome. Oh, good. I just want to say, the most important sign is actually your moon sign, okay? In Vedic sidereal, they see the moon as the one that decides, you know, the meaning of the nakshatras. And every nakshatra explanation, every zodiac sign, every placement relates to the moon's placement in the stars. So it's very highly important. The moon travels in cycles. It's very telling. It's very revealing. So I think if you're following personally for yourself or someone you love, follow the moon sign. Forget the sun. Forget the rising. I mean, you don't have to forget about it completely forever, but focus on the moon sign. I bet you're going to have a lot more information if you follow the moon signs. Oh, I love you guys. Hey, OG girl, hi, I love you. Oh, and look at you, Rab89. You love my channel? I love you. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to do the tarot, basic Rider-Waite-Smith. We are also going to be doing Mystic Moon's oracles. Hell yes. Okay. We're going to also do the Transformation Oracle. Hell yeah. Okay. Boom. And why not do the Moonology today? All right. So these are going to be the air sign cards. If I need to pull any like specific messages for love or something, I'll be sure to throw them in. Okay. I'll see what I feel. All right. So let's see. Let me see which layout I want to do. All right, let's do an elemental. Yeah. Actually, maybe I don't want to do an elemental today. Let's do a past, present, and future. How about that? Let's do that. Past, present, and future. Hell yeah. Let's do it, air sign, because we all need a little bit of everything, right? What happened before? We need to have some kind of message about it, you know? And what's going on right now, of course. And what's going to be going on? What does the future have in store? We got to look at those things. Spirit, please guide and direct me for a past, present, and future pool for the air sign collectives. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Ooh, they're just talking to me, guys. Oh, man, guys, I already felt it. It's nuts. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Spirit, please guide and direct. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Spirit, please guide me and direct me on this message for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Past, present, and future. Okay, thank you so much. Bottom of the deck is the rebirth. I'm loving it. This is springtime, baby. Who's got their rakes ready? Who's got a little bit of land? Who's got a little bit of yard? Maybe you just have a little porch garden. I don't care. But this is about getting your hands dirty in the rebirth process. This is rebuilding your life, honey. all right? Not just your little spiritual journey, not just your relationships or your job or some specific factor in your life. Oh, hell no. This is, I'm going to rebuild my life, my entire life, the way my family works, the way I work, who I am, what I believe in, my structure. You know, maybe you missed the boat. Maybe you missed the boat on the New Year's resolution. Maybe you got caught up in February. Some shit went down. I don't know, but this feels like New Year stuff, you know, for you. And this is just making it your mission to rebuild and rebuild better. This is starting from the ground up. So all my Geminis, my Libras, my Aquariuses, you are being very intuitive, listening to your guides. See those rainbows? Those are spiritual guides. If you catch a fleck of rainbow in your home, driving, whatever, you know, who knows what, if you just catch some flecks of rainbows, you're just like, that's my guide. You just feel them around you. You just feel them, and it's their aura, you know, even as a spirit. So you're just listening and they're with you. A lot of you Gemini, Libras, and Aquariuses are going to be visited by past loved ones that have passed on, okay? So they're going to be visiting you. I feel you're going to be seeing a lot of butterflies or dragonfly images. Those are going to be messages. Especially dragonflies are really talking to me right now. So, you know, if you see a lot of dragonflies, that is like a spiritual guide saying, hey, we're going to do this rebirth business. I'm here to help. So a lot of good movement. And we will read that one, you know, when it's time. We're going to read the oracles, of course. But that is the overall, underall energy for the air sign collective group at this time. All right, so let's get Mystic Moon's oracles. Let's talk, baby. Come on, guides. Show me Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Good, good, good. Bottom of the deck is deception. What's going on, my friends? You feel like you have to hide behind something right now. Like you have to, maybe you're hiding your plans, your ideas, and that's not a bad idea. Because you know when you share your ideas, people shoot it down. So you might be a little bit living in fear right now, which is not really being your truest self. You know, you guys might be wearing some masks. This is a classic air sign, you know, archetype, the mask wearer, okay? The false perception. You guys like to lead people down the, how do you say, the path with the white rabbit? Because it gets them off your scent. And it allows you to do work and to do the restructure and the rebirth that you need to do low key without people in your business or trampling on your dreams. So that's what I kind of feel with this deception card for you. It's not necessarily a negative deceptive card, okay? You're not some Decepticon, okay? You know, you guys are just like, I gotta hide some shit right now. I've got plans. I've got rebirth business. If I just talk about it, maybe it's gonna drift away. Maybe it's not really gonna happen, or maybe people aren't gonna like my new plans, and I just want to keep it to myself and do me. So a lot of this is just doing you. You may be lying to a partner right now about something, deceiving them in some way. I don't know if you've got some kind of secret plans, but you're not being fully, you know, outright honest. That's for sure. Let's see. What is the oracle that comes out for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Okay, I'm feeling muscle pain. I don't know if it's cramps, arm pain, back pain, but there's muscles. Sore muscles and muscle pain. Could be anywhere. Neck, legs, hands, arms, you know, stomach, you name it. But I'm just feeling there's some kind of muscle situation going on. You know, hello, water. Hello, bananas. You might need some more potassium, some magnesium, okay? So there might be some kind of a situation going on with some muscle stuff. Bottom of the deck, we've been getting this a lot, my friends. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So Jupiter's talking to you, huh? Because, you know, Jupiter's in Aquarius. He's talking. He's like, air signs. I'm in your fellow friend's, you know, zodiac sign right now. I'm in Aquarius, and I want to be a humanitarian. I want to love the world. I want to do good things. I want to recycle. I want to pick up trash. I want to help the needy. I want to help people grow their business. I want to help other people get out of poverty. I want to befriend new strangers, because this is befriending new people. Air signs, dare I say that you're making new friends? Okay, you're reaching out to people? Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are reaching out and befriending new people. Maybe you're just sitting at a bench at the park and you're talking, getting to know someone, exchanging numbers. Whatever this is, my friends, you are working on your community. Oh, okay. You're working on your communities. I like that. Or you just have fresh ideas about how to work with your new communities. All right, so we'll reveal this one here in the end. All right, let's get the tarot. Spirit, please guide and direct me for the air signs. Please guide and direct me for the air signs. Okay. Past, present, future. I feel like this one needs to be this way. I shouldn't have turned it. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles in the upright. Hard work, focus, effort, determination, disappointment, frustration, something trying your patience. Everything's building up. It's building up. Looking at something, wishing for more. This is dissatisfaction. This is I'm not giving up, but what do I need to do now to get this better? You guys are looking at your lives like, I'm not totally hating my situation. I don't want to throw away the baby with the bathwater. I don't want to throw away my harvest. I'm not that dissatisfied, but I want more. You guys are making big dreams. You're happy with life in some sense. Let's just say the word content, because I don't really want to say happy, because he's just not happy. He's like, I'm not happy, but I'm certainly not miserable. I'm just content. This is very Virgo, and this is overthinking, analyzing, but maybe not over. You're just thinking. You're just sitting down and really analyzing your life. Thinking what needs restructure. A lot of you guys are also thinking about what you put in your bodies. This is watching the kind of water you drink, the kind of eggs that you buy, the kind of meat you buy, or if you want to continue meat, your diet, your exercise plans, because this is very physical labor, physical work, the physical body, but it's also your money. Where are you putting your money? A lot of you guys are also analyzing and thinking about investments. So you're thinking, I think I might want to explore certain types of investments. You know, what do I want to invest in? Do I want to do multiple investments? Do I just want to do maybe 1 or 2? Do I want to do real estate only? Do I want to get an IRAs? What are my year's plans? What do I need in 10 years? You know, those kinds of things, You might also be thinking about your young and how to help them grow. This is a generational too. You're looking at your generations, I feel. How far have you guys come as a family from 7 generations back? Isn't that interesting? So you're analyzing your generational ancestors and seeing how far, far, far along you guys are coming. And this is about giving thanks. This is like a Thanksgiving card. You know, I'm grateful for what I have, but damn, I do want more. There's some dreams that need to be put back on the board. And so this is getting on the whiteboard and like mapping out what you want. This could also just be planners in your head, vision boards, all that good stuff. But anyways, we are analyzing for sure. Okay, so let's get into the past, my friends. Are you ready? Oh, okay. So the past, we have a lack of resolution. It's in reverse. Daddy never came home. Maybe that's your daddy. Maybe that's your kid's daddy. Maybe that's your grandparents. But there's a loss of fatherhood here. Okay? So there's, I really missed out on that. Somehow maybe my kids missed out, or I missed out, or my parents missed out. Somebody missed out. Maybe somebody was murdered. Maybe somebody just never, came home. They abandoned. Maybe somebody was always gone. I don't know. but there's just like, this is not a satisfactory relationship. And someone here in the past is like, I never really had resolution to it. You know, I never really had closure. It just happened. I lived, I continued to live, and here we are. It's still up in the air, you know, it needs peace, it needs that resolution. Excuse me, because it's in reverse, I will go ahead and read this. Besso, hi honey, my dad with me, but he is busy. We're not that close to each other. That's very interesting. Well, look at all your different moon nakshatras. For example, my son's is Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra, which is between Cancer and Gemini. And in that particular nakshatra, there is a problem with the sun. The sun is in Capricorn and debilitated. And so there's distance from the sun. Now the sun represents the father in everyone's birth chart, yours included. And it's funny because his father very much loved him, but was always distant. And then he was killed later. So it's like when you're born, and I told you to study your moon signs, look where your sun is placed, especially for the air signs right now, because this is really telling. And you may have some disposition here with this sun and some problems there and some distance. It may not be death, but it could be a poor relationship. It could be whatever you're suffering from. But, you know, this little girl is hugging her dad's leg or her grandpa's leg, and she wants him home. You know, this isn't an inner child hugging herself or a mommy. You know, this is a masculine figure, and she's like, you're my strength. Come home. And she wants to cling. And so in reverse, it's like there was an absence. I miss you. I miss that closeness. I miss those affectionate hugs, kisses, stories, piggyback rides, that deep connection as a child, that I am safe in your arms. You know, there's a lack there. And even if your father was present in your life, there's a lack of that there, is what I'm saying. And this probably will not resonate for everybody. But if it's not your personal father, it could be your grandpa and your father having that distance also. Or perhaps your mother and her father having that distance. We did touch on generationals. So generationals is over here. And I do feel there's a connection. Anyways, we're going to read this. Resolution, my friends, resolution in the past. This is about revisit the past to resolve unfinished business. This is an elemental of water. It is the number 10, and the phase of this card is an ending. So curious when it's in reverse. This water card swells with a powerful call to action. It takes courage to clean up the past. Not everyone can do it, but we've drawn this card because you must have the right stuff. The giant symbolizes the power of a parent or an adult over a child. The adult figure in our lives may have protected and supported us in as weak and vulnerable children, or lack thereof. There may be a perpetrator of abuse that we now need to confront. The giant expresses a degree of influence, consequence, and effect upon your life. Keeping yourself safe in the highest concern in some resolutions. We may write a letter we don't actually send, but instead put it in a let's talk box to spirit. And let the universe carry this message. Kind of like a metaphorical message in a bottle. Whatever we do, relief and completion can come through facing your past. Now, when this card is reversed, it may not be the ideal moment. It may not be the ideal time to confront the people, places, or things of your past. If we force a confrontation, It may backfire. Better to wait, look more deep, and set an intention to find the missing details in this card. By the way, the number of the page is 122. That may also be symbolic for you. So I'm not rushing you, and no one's rushing you about this. Heck, you may not even be able to resolve this. This might be why it's in reverse. But we're just saying there is some unresolved situations. It is not prime time to talk about it, but it's time to start maybe doing those spiritual messages to the universe about, can you help me get some more details on what I need to do to resolve this? A suggestion could be meditation. I know you hear it all the time, but seriously, don't just watch videos, get advice, learn. Apply it to your life. There's a lot of busybody know-it-alls in our world that have all the information and all the tools to fix themselves, but they rarely integrate it into their daily life. Like, that's just not a thing. You know, it's like we all have our idyllic lifestyles. We all know what we should do, but we just don't. And so this is like, maybe integrate that. That which you already know, integrate it. Anyways, that's the past there for you. Let's reveal the tarot. Ooh, okay. Well, this came out earlier. Remember when I was shuffling, everybody? It came out upright earlier. You guys saw that. That was the first card out earlier in shuffle. And I kept shuffling and boom, it's out again. And the Hierophant in reverse is a lack of dedication. It is a lack of spiritual, religious belief. It is a lack of, how do you say, like a commitment marriage. This could be a divorce, running out on a marriage. This could be a separation and lack of commitment to children. You know, be it your father or your lover, however that works, mother, you know. Could just be your parents. A lot of you guys are like, Steph, I was raised by my grandparents. And if you were raised by your grandparents, then this really talks about that lack of parenting. And that there's some unresolved issues, and it may not be the right time to really face that, but it's there, it's buried, you know what I mean? So anyways, the Hierophant in reverse is a very loud message for you're not committed to dealing with this. In fact, you're very loosely committed. It's not even on your mind. It's not on the docket for the week. It's not on the radar. It's not on the schedule. It's not on the planner. It's not on your mind. It is completely not a thing for you. And you've just taken it off, like just buried, dead and gone. And Spirit's like, you know, you have a lack of commitment to resolving the situations of your past. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe this is because a lot of air signs look to the future. A lot of air signs are so much, they have a clear vision for what they want in their lives that they really disregard what's already happened. They've already gotten clear perspective and just want to move on. That's their opinion of it. I just want to get away from the past, period. Air signs want to rise above the drama. And so this is very much just detached. Just very detached. You guys also in your past may have left behind a religion that you grew up with. And I relate with that. I grew up Catholic, obviously, left that religion. Still hold some of it to, you know, to this day, because there's good pieces of every religion. But that's how I grew up. I was also simultaneously raised Christian, Baptist, Protestant, and then non-denominational. And so I've just grown up very religious, God-fearing, Bible reading, stuff like that, you know. You name the prayer, I know it by heart. All the prayers by heart. And I still carry a lot of that with me to this day, but I do not practice the religion. It is not a thing for me. I have a lot of, I don't know, just personal opinions on how that stuff is ran. And I just don't believe fully all into it. And that may be what this Hierophant means. It's like, that stuff's important, and it holds a foundation for the past, but I do not carry that with me as a daily practice. And you know, you may not even be meditating, which should be, in my opinion, a part of a daily practice. You guys, it's very hard for air signs to practice meditation. You know, let's get real about it, collective. Let's talk about it. Let's converse, air signs, about the real struggle with meditation. Because a lot of spiritual people pretend, just like they do on Facebook, about being ultra meditative, ultra zenned out, you know, ultra spiritual. And, you know, the people that handle meditation best, in my opinion, often tend to be water signs. They tend to do it best, but second best is earth signs. Someone can't hear me. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? My volume's all the way up. My microphone's on. It may be your phone. It looks like everyone else is commenting and following the reading. So I think a lot of other people are hearing. So if you're not able to hear, this may be something with your electronic device. Anyways, Asadasman says, yes, loud and clear. Thank you so much. So if you're not earth, or you're not watery, like majority of you, you know, are not like double water, double earth, or you know what I mean, your moon is not those things, you may actually have a lot of struggle. And being the fact that you guys are air elements, you're in your head a lot. You spend much of your time in ideas, plans, strategy. So you have a lot going on mentally. And that makes it very difficult to settle the mind to a nothing. This is almost asking the air signs, become that which you are not. Become that which you are not. And that's very frustrating, because air signs have so many ideas, strategies, and thoughts and plans, and you ask them to quiet that, and it's pulling teeth. Because I'm not saying it's not possible. Of course, air signs can be great at meditation, but it is a struggle, is what I'm saying. Just think about the nakshatras associated with air sign elements. Let's just name a couple. Kritika nakshatra, critical, sharp thinkers, decisive, thinking about decisions, making cuts, realists, Mixida nakshatra, classic overthinkers, I can't talk. People in high intense obsessions. They obsess on things. They focus. Let's think of another one. Shadabashisha. I can't say that. You guys know I can't say that. Shadabasha. Okay. Intensing the world's problem are frustrating nakshatras to deal with. So, you know, those just like a lot of couples nakshatras challenging of that issue to bring back some of your roots. Whatever religion you grew up under, whether it was Buddhist, whether it was Christian, Baptist, Protestant, Catholic, Hindu, you know, whatever. It's like bring back pieces of your religious upbringing and get connected to that, because the reason why Spirit's saying get connected to some little pieces of your old religion is because that has made a foundation in your spirit. So your very earliest teachings of meditation was actually based on parts of your religion. Be it taught you to get on your knees and close your eyes and bring your hands together and pray. Yes, and Muslim, praying to the east, right? And sacrificing time, right? And that's the Muslim way. Sacrificing time, wearing the right getup, like the right clothing, going in a sacred space, taking off your shoes, being clean, getting on your mat, and connecting with the sun, which is really your spiritual practice. The sun is God, it is source, it is spirit. And connecting with that creator is beautiful. And so it doesn't matter what religion you're in, it brings you to a place of peace. You know, being Christian, it's getting on your knees and praying in a prayer room or holding a book. Catholics, it is about getting a candle and saying a rosary and praying and just dedicating time consistently, which is very closely related to how Hindus are. Saying mantras 108 times, very closely related to saying the Our Fathers and the Hail Marys. It's mantras. And what gods are you praying to? You pray to Hail Mary? You pray the Hail Mary. Guess who you're praying to? The moon. The Our Father who art in heaven. You are praying to the sun. So it's funny how all religions connect to the same planetary grahas, the same planetary lords, gods, rulers, creators of the universe. The hierarchy system, right? And so it doesn't matter what religion you're in, Spirit's like, who cares about the title and the practice? It is your traditional family beliefs. It is your family's ancestral ties. And if you want to get grounded and centered as a human, connect with your roots. Yes, Asadasman, the source, which is the red chakra, the root chakra. Connect from the bottom first and then go up. Integrate your own beliefs into your traditional beliefs. Like I like to integrate Catholicism and Christianity and Hindu and Buddhism like all together. Like I just like to integrate all of it. I also like to integrate a little bit of the Muslim religion also because of the way they dress, the way they treat their holy space as far as an altar and praying to the East. That is a number one thing for me because I need to connect with the sun and be blessed and honor the sun because that is your rulership in your birth chart. That is the king. That is the one that is going to help you achieve the things that your soul wants in this world. And hence the word soul, which is sun. Solar power, soul. Even in Spanish, the sun is sol. So we have to connect to our soul, and in order to connect to our soul, sorry, I lost you guys there for a minute. It's the direction towards Kaaba. Okay. I like that. That's awesome. So west, yeah, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Okay, so we've got this going on. Hopefully I'm still being seen. Okay, we had a little issue there for a second. Funny, it was at 33 minutes. 3-3. Okay, so now we're going to get into this other card for your past. So anyways, a lot of air signs grew up religious in some sense. The Mecca. Yes, I'm very well known about the Mecca. All right. So now we have stuck. It's kind of a past that didn't move forward. Your past was just not helpful. A lot of you guys have family that grew up in the Depression. Or a lot of you guys have family and your past that just felt it wasn't going anywhere. You were stuck in the mud. And now it's time to bury the past. And notice the very old truck, kind of representing a vehicle from the past, stuck in the mud. So again, you guys just feel like your past is done and over. It's done. Why revisit the past? Why unbury it? Why deal with it? It's over. It doesn't solve any problems for me. It doesn't do me a bit of good. I have so much more to live for. And that's interesting because, you know, again, air signs in the future. You guys just have a clear perspective, and a lot of you have healed your past somewhat. And you've risen above it, and you're just not looking back. Interestingly enough, Spirit says your past was toxic. Reversal, and then stuck. Your past was not a fun place all the time. That's for sure. And Spirit is glad that you've risen above it and you have a much better perspective of your life. That's beautiful. But a lot of you are so disconnected from your past that it makes you very ungrounded in your present and in your future. Sevi? Yosemite? You Sevi what I'm saying? If you do not have a past, you can't have a future. If you don't have a foundation, you can't build a home. If you don't have grounding, you can't rise. You are stuck. And so Ketu, the south node of the moon, is speaking to you here. And Ketu represents your past life. Ketu represents your ancestors, your mother's family. Ketu just represents the karma from the past. And he's really talking to you right now, air signs. The karma of your fathers and forefathers and, so on. Now, Ketu is in the sign. Oh, is it? Wait a minute. I was going to say Aries, but I could be off. Yeah, I think it's in Aries. I don't know why I blinked out for a minute. No, because Rahu's in Aries. Okay, I'm bad. I'm back. Ketu is in Libra. My bad. The south node of the moon is in Libra, which makes sense because we're doing an air sign reading, and we're talking about the south node of the moon. So if anybody has Libra in their chart, you are dealing with your past. You are dealing with the ancestors, old beliefs, old traditions. Wow, interesting, because Putin is Libra rising, and he's dealing with his ancestral crap right now. His old beliefs, the old USSR or whatever, the old, do you know what I mean? And it's like he's visiting that. He's going through some headstrong issues with dealing with the past. And a lot of the world has moved on. And that's just an example, but kind of the air sign story. We're revisiting the past, of which is dead and gone, old, fashioned, stuck, not going anywhere. And it's like, let's catch up with the times. But at the same time, Spirit says, make peace with the past. A lot of sacred practices should be practiced at this time for air signs. Okay? So fire, burning rituals, altar rituals, old practices. I'm seeing a vision of going around something like 100 times or something. Going around. I don't know who does that. I think they did that to bring down the wall with Jacob or something. In the Bible, there was a wall that had to come down, and so they marched around the castle a certain amount of times playing trumpets or something, and the wall of Jericho fell, right? The wall of Jericho fell because God told them to do that. And it was an act of dedication. It was an act of loyalty. It was an act of devotion. Even though it didn't make sense, how could you make walls fall? Just the act of believing and the act of having faith. Oh, singing. Thank you, Patrice. The act of singing and trusting and going around brought that wall down. Asad Usman, you said Kaaba as well? Okay, all right. And yeah, so there's something stuck and you have to do something sacred, something old. For some of you guys, it's just mantras, flat out mantras 108 times every day for, however long, 6 weeks possibly, to clear the past. These are sacred old religious things that you should do, that your ancestors did to clear out some ancestral junk. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have to do old things to clear up old issues. So whatever you feel connected to, as far as your religious roots, if you have any, do that. And that's going to help you clear up this old ancestral stuckness that's kind of contributing to your dissatisfaction in life today. All right, and then start rebuilding. Asad Usman, circle around Kaaba 7 times. That's very interesting. I like that. I would love to learn more about that. That's beautiful. It's very beautiful. There's so many things I find beautiful about all different kinds of religions. They all have beauty. They really all have beauty. And you know, religion is closely related to Venus because it talks about devotion, marriage, commitment to something that you love, something, you know, mostly it's just marriage, you know what I mean? And that does talk about a marriage with the Hierophant. And maybe you guys have been divorced from your religious practices, just divorced from it and just away from it. And Spirit's like, let's settle some things. Let's do this. All right, air signs, let's continue. What is going on in your present at this time? Present. Receptivity, the number 3. Listening. You guys are getting a lot of advice right now. Probably from me, but also friends, family, other people, YouTube channels, everything. You're getting a lot of advice. There's a lot of information coming into the air signs. And you guys are having, and look at the rainbows. Wow, see, yeah, I felt connected to rainbows earlier somewhere, didn't I? Oh yeah, rebirth. Rebirth had the rainbows, and now receptivity has the rainbows. Again, connecting with your ancestors. A lot of you guys may be choosing to listen to ancestral music. This could be wooden flutes. This could be metal flutes. This could be harps. This could be drums. Okay? There's so many musical instruments connected to your people that make you feel like they're still alive. Because you know what? They live in you. They live in your body. Your body carries their memory, the karma. You may not remember your great-great-grandfather because you never met him, but his nose is on your face. You know what I mean? You may not have known your great-great-grandparents, but you have their hands, or you have their hair, or you have their dreams that they never got to finish. So believe it or not, we are deeply connected to our roots, even if we have no memory. And that's what Ketu, the south node of the moon, wants to tell us. You don't have to know your ancestors to live with them every day. So anyways, listen to ancestral music and connect to chants, mantras, readings, books, videos that can make you feel very deeply connected and rooted. Because mostly I feel like the air signs are so high up in the air right now in the future and just in the moment, they haven't come back down to earth and gotten rooted. A lot of the air signs do not feel they have roots. And it's very sad, and there's tears. There's a lot of emotions coming in about the pain and suffering of a disconnection to that root. Because Ketu, well, Mula Nakshatra actually talks about the roots and the cutting and the separating of the roots. And we all have to go through that. But there is this regrowth, and then another cutting. But there are times to grow. There are times to get settled and then uprooted, settled and uprooted. And that's the act of planting and regrowing, planting and regrowing. We have a comment here from Eat Me. You've been feeling drawn to songs being described as soul funk lately. And I woke up the other day to the tune of Love Grows After Being Rejected by Someone, and it's all I want to listen to. I love it, Eat Me. That's beautiful. See, Spirit's going to guide you. Your spirit guides are going to guide you to those things to connect. And anyways, you guys are being very receptive. Now notice she has a singing bowl and sage. If you guys own any singing bowls, which I'm sure like 90% of you own a singing bowl, use it. Like I said, air signs are collectors. They have a lot of information. They have a wealth of knowledge, a library of information, maybe physically and metaphorically in their mind, but they rarely integrate that information to daily practice. So, to the great thinkers, integrate and get grounded into traditions that make you feel connected to your ancestors. There'll be a time to how do you say that? There'll be a time to disconnect from this whenever that day comes. But right now it's about getting grounded to do some meditative healing work. Yeah, I like that, Asadasman, frequency and vibration. I like that. So bells, very, very good instrument. Anyways, I'm going to read that to you, my friends. Okay, tune in with care to the universe's guiding rhythms. Empaths feel everything and everybody. Because sometimes life can be so confusing, complex, and overwhelming. When that happens, we are so overwhelmed with humanity and the world's problems that it's so hard to focus on ourselves. Listen to the music of your life. At every moment, we're awash in energy currents of colorful light, radio waves and frequencies beyond perception. There's social media, there's advertisements, there's mail, there's spam calls, there's chatter, there's gossip. There's so much noise in the world, especially now in these days, that it's so hard to decipher what is truly helpful. No wonder we sometimes seem preoccupied, grasping at straws for our own ideas and beliefs just to be different, to get away from those currents. We're dying to be in a peaceful state. They represent ideas and beliefs, these ways of coping. You kind of escape reality. We call this a small island of sanity. But opening up ourselves to some new influences can be really hard. We get very deeply stuck into our own ways of thinking, our own ways of belief, our own certain whatever feels so comfortable. And it's so hard to disconnect. And we already have our so-called best thinking ways. People tell us to repeatedly listen to other things, and we don't want or need to hear them. We often don't or won't or can't listen for some reason because of our own stubbornness. But receptivity means to having an awareness and a willingness to selectively choose to think outside of the box. Let your affections drift a little further towards something else that may be good for you, that is very, very different. It means absorbing messages from others, taking what you like and what feels good in your soul, and editing out the things that don't. There should be something good in every message we hear from every person because they came into our life for a reason. And it's not that Spirit says this person is 100% right and you should listen to everything they have to say. But it means there is something they can give you. There is something that you can get from this person and something that you can give them. It's an equal exchange. When we're vulnerable to other people's moods, though, as an empath, a clear sound can reset our nerves. Because as an empath, you absorb their feelings, their thoughts, their trauma, their pain, and their needs. You can also absorb positive energy, their happiness, their joy, their excitement. They can lift your mood or they can bring it down. So you must be selective of who you do choose to be around. But if you ever feel overwhelmed as an empath and just sunk to the ground with heaviness, stress, pain, and suffering or overthinking, it is a good time to reset your nerves and getting a tuning fork, a bell, or a beautiful singing bowl and clear and realign your peace. Your breathing and your heartbeat and your blood coursing through your ears is the original music that helps you tune into a larger cosmic rhythm. Making time natural, sacred music helps us to stay receptive to the source, while receptivity to fresh ideas helps us grow. I like that. So, you know, I get it, guys. Listen, air signs, no offense, but all air signs think I'm smart. All air signs have confidence. Most of them, unless they're extremely introverted because they have Earth or something like that. But most air signs are extroverts. Most air signs are communicators, great thinkers, great achievers. And most air signs are obviously intellectual. And with a high IQ comes low humility. And with a high IQ comes, I know better than you. I already know. I've already been aware of this, or you don't have to tell me. And we have this kind of know-it-all idealism. And Spirit's like, yes, I gave you the gift to be smart. I gave you the gift to have ideas and use them for good and help the world and help yourself. I gave you that gift. Your soul is meant to have that right now. But part of your karma is, Mr. and Mrs. High IQs, to be receptive to even those people that you think are much more or less intelligent than you are. That even the people you think do not have a high IQ, they have something to offer you. And it would be shocking to believe that to most air signs. But maybe they have a very good sense of humility to share with you. Maybe they have a very good sense of connecting with Mother Earth and being grounded and meditative and quiet. You know, there's something you can learn from people that are not as intelligent as you. And this is, I need you to be receptive to those energies as well. Because although they may be quiet, although they may be introverted, although they may not be highly successful, they are deeply grounded, they are deeply happy, they are deeply solid in themselves. And believe me, there's something you can get from those people. There is something to learn. And so be receptive of those people. This is kind of, I'm not comparing people with a lesser IQ to animals, but just bear with me on this and please understand what I'm trying to say. It's like listening to your pets, that they may not talk, but they sure have something to teach us about unconditional love, loyalty, and gratitude, and the vibrations of the world around them, and the environment we provide them that make them act a certain way. They teach us about things in silence, and we definitely have something to learn from the animals. And also about being happy with little. So they're great teachers of humble living. They're great teachers of being happy with little and being grateful for the present moment. So we have much to learn from animals, and their silence and their peace and their rest and the simplicity in which they live their daily lives, and the simple pleasures in basking in the sun or digging a hole and getting grounded into the earth. Simple pleasures. And so, again, being receptive and listening to those things, even the sentient, you know, the trees, and how they're so content with being in one place forever. And just a simple breeze is pleasing to them. They find pleasure in the breeze. They find pleasure in the sound of crickets. The trees do love music and sound, believe it or not. They don't like wars. They don't like fighting. They don't like loud cities. Trees love the music of the birds. And that is a symbiotic relationship, I truly believe, between the birds and the trees. We all know that our plants in our home grow better with music and sunlight. So do the trees. And it's funny that the birds sing and communicate while living in the trees. It helps them grow larger and healthier thanks to the birds, and the birds in turn get a nice home. So, you know, anyways, this is receptivity about how the world works. I don't know, that's what's coming through. Let's go ahead and see the tarot. You have the Moon card in reverse in your present moment. You're having a hard time connecting with your emotions. You have your money on your mind and your mind on your money. Emotions are a waste of time for you. Therefore, meditation sometimes seems as a waste of time because you've related meditation to healing instead of peace. Did you catch that? You did. You related meditation to healing, not daily peace. That was your bad. That was my bad. That was a lot of people's bad. Meditation is not for healing 24/7. It is for peace. And with the moon in reverse, it means intuition is in reverse, sleep is in reverse, spirituality is in reverse, femininity is in reverse. It also means illusions are up high. It means fears are up high. It means you don't know everything. And it means that you're preventing certain emotions from coming to the surface. So by, in essence, bottling up old, past emotions, you're not allowing them to come. You're preventing a birth of the new you by burying the past. There's something about you are both your past, you are both your past and your future, but you can't have one without the other. There's something about that yin-yang relationship. You can't be a new birthed person without knowing who your past was. I feel for some of you, some research needs to be given to your past. You may not have known your parents. You may not have known your grandparents. You may not be connected with your culture, your ancestry. A lot of you guys may be on a hunt right now, trying to find out your DNA, your belonging to groups. And a lot of you guys, this is the world's problem. The world has taken us away from our roots and our cultures by trying to integrate us all as one, which is very beautiful. We are one family, but we're all very different. We're all very, very different. And the World Peace Group, basically, wants to take away lines, take away differences, take away colors, take away borders, take away cultures, take away beliefs, take away all religions and, become one, which is not a political thing as much as it's a cultural washing. It's like New World Order without the politics. It's trying to make everyone just one again, which I think is beautiful marriage, but it's not saying, I love who you are. It's more saying, I love who we are, which is beautiful, but there also has to be the difference. And I think that's what the moon card talks about. And one of them is a wolf, and one of them is a dog. And it talks about similarities but differences. This is wild and free, and this is tame and behaved. Funny, there's a line between them, which is the road between them, which kind of talks about a border. And it also talks about the consciousness and subconsciousness. Our past and our present, we are becoming so tame. Who were our people? Who were our people? Because our people are beautiful. Our cultures are beautiful. Our religions are beautiful. They are flavorful. They're colorful. Our borders are beautiful because it separates. Imagine if we just got all the colors of the rainbow and mixed it all together in one big blob of color. It probably would not be very beautiful. I don't know what color that would be, but it probably would not be very beautiful. So we actually need division. We need the yellow, the green, the red, the purple, the gold, the orange, the pink. We need that. It makes it so much more rich. And so this is saying honor your differences. Honor your past. Honor your ancestors, your language, your cultures, your color, your religions, your music, your food, your people. There's Ketu's like, wow, and that makes so much sense because Ketu in Libra, notice Libra is the scales, and it's about balance, and it's about relationships, and Libra is about relating to many. It's plural, and it's just about many, and it's about friendships, marriages, connections, co-workers, just the people of the world other than you. And Ketu's making a cut. Ketu's there like, let's talk about the past cultures, the past people, the past collectives. You know, let's talk about that because Ketu wants to bring some kind of a highlighter and say, let's look at that because there's beauty here. Yes, we are changed. The world is new. The world is changed, but it doesn't mean we have to erase everything that was. Because remember, Ketu is malefic. The south node of the moon is malefic. He's not just bringing you mercy and grace and peace and liberation. He does bring those things. He does bring enlightenment and wisdom and ultimate spiritual moksha. But he brings destruction. And so he is there to destroy a lot of what was going on in the past with our peoples, the peoples of the world. But it's funny because at the same time as he's destroying it, he wants to bring it back up. So in Libra, it's I want to destroy what was, but I also want to honor what was. I want to acknowledge it without highlighting it, putting a big orange cross or X saying X marks the spot, destroy this particular section. You would never know it's there. I have a very big insight right now spiritually and intuitively. Brace yourselves, air signs, because what Spirit is saying is we are destroying the old through war. It's happening not just in the Ukraine and Russia, but the world, in America, in Canada, in India, in China, in Australia, in Africa. We are destroying our past through war. We're erasing it. It is being cut. But at the same time as we're crying and letting this past go, it's painful to watch, but it's also bringing up old stories, old pictures, memories, history. It's bringing it back to the surface. It's raising the flag. Ketu represents putting a pole in the ground and raising a flag and saying, I've conquered this. So it is about conquering. It is about conquering that kind of information. I don't know. It's about bringing up our history at the same time we're trying to destroy it. And in some weird way, it kind of balances. With Ketu and Libra, it's all about the scale and the balance. There's going to be some kind of a balance of honoring what was and bringing in what is now. So I do think there's going to be a balance. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of restoration, but we have to listen and we do have to integrate. Again, for the air signs, it's about integration. Listen with receptivity. In the present moment for the air signs, you do a lot of talking because you're extroverted. You do a lot of preaching. Now it's time to listen. Listen to the voices of the ancestors. Listen to the voices of the people writing articles and speaking of the past. Listen to those things. Don't rush to the altar. Don't rush to the new beginning, the new world. Sit, listen, and balance. Balance what was to help it make what is. So anyways, yeah, this is about not keeping buried the past, but allowing it to come to the surface. Think about those things. Honor those things. I don't know, be more emotional about those things. Don't be so detached. Okay, so anyways, that's what's going on there. Let's go ahead and get the Mystic Moon Oracle. Ooh, we have devotion. We've been talking about that all day. I probably don't have to like go deep into this card. But in the present moment, it's about being devoted, like we said, to your past, devoted to what was and what is, but having that peace, that stillness, that meditation. Being grounded is what Ketu wants you to do. He's like, meditate, get in that moment, connect with your roots, and listen to the change, listen to how things have, moved forward, and integrate those things together. Don't be so closed off. I'm hearing this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Which is a very, it's a Christian, it's a Baptist song, I would say. Christianity Baptist song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And it's like you have a little light inside of you that represents your people and represents your past and represents your culture. And even though it's a little light, because it's not big, it's not super noticeable, but it's a little light, and cast that light unto the world, because a whole bunch of little lights together make a very bright light. So this is about togetherness, receptivity, unifying, letting your tiny little voice be heard, your representation of your people be heard, even if you don't have a lot to go on. A lot of people have color, but they don't have the language of their ancestors. A lot of people have color, but they have no religion or culture connecting them to their ancestors. And it's sad. But you have a little light. And even though you don't have those heavy things that you can bring to the surface, just your presence, just your love of where you came from is enough. And let your little light shine. Let it speak to the world. I represent, like the Olympics, right? I represent this flag. And you may not carry all the qualities of that flag, but you represent that flag. And Ketu is all about flags right now. Interestingly enough, with the borders and wars, I feel like Ketu's trying to say, who are you devoted to? Raise your flag. What is your flag, guys? You all have your flags. Raise your flag. Where do you feel grounded? Mexicans in America may raise their Mexican flag. They've never been there. They're not from there. They don't speak Spanish. They're not connected to those people at all. But they'll raise their flag because that's their people. Canadians may do the same. Yeah, Indians may do the same. We all raise our flag. We may not be super connected, but we raise our flag. Think about the flag that best represents you. Is it a patriotic American flag? Do you feel rooted there? Is it what? Is it the African flag? Is it the Irish flag? This is a time to raise your flags and show the world the colors of diversity and the rainbows and the beauty of it all, and that we love each other and we don't have to suppress and bury ourselves. Oh, Scotland or somewhere greenery. Ooh, that's nice. I love that. Yes, honor yourselves, you guys. This new world, non-political new world order, but this new world order is like, take down your flag. We're all one. Stop promoting this and promoting that. Stop being proud. There's a very big attack on white people in this day and age. Maybe it's karma, maybe it's not. Who really gives a shit? The point is, there isn't a war, there is an attack. And people of white cultures are afraid to wave their flags. They're afraid to say, I'm proud to be Irish, Scottish, or Finnish, or French, or Swedish, or anything. It's like, oh, I don't want to be a racist. Be proud. Just as proud as Mexicans are, just as proud as Puerto Ricans are, just as proud as Africans are, just as proud. You wave your flag and I am proud. I'm so proud. But I love your flag as well. This is a message of unity, but diversity at the same time. You can be diverse in union. You can say, I am so different than you. My religious beliefs, my culture beliefs, my marital beliefs are so different than yours. But I love your culture and I think it's beautiful. I love to look at pictures of your culture. I love to see how you throw a wedding versus how we throw a wedding. I love to see that because it's beautiful. You know, I love to eat food from your culture. I love to hear music from your culture. It's very moving. And all of us as people and humans carrying the karma of our ancestors in our bodies, we can almost shed tears in gratefulness to the Creator for the rainbows that we live in today. The different tongues, everything. It's just, you know, I can go to a Renaissance fair and hear Celtic drums and Celtic music and cry and be so moved because the beauty of that culture is just beautiful and it connects me to the earth because she is part of them. And I am connected to the earth, which ironically is our mother. And so we are brothers and sisters, and you can cry for those types of music. And I can hear drums and Native American music, which is more connected to me, and I can cry and feel part of my people and just proud. And I can connect with other cultures like African music, African things like that, and I feel also tearful and moved at the beauty of that music and the beauty of that culture. And it just makes me want to cry at the beauty of it all. It's just beautiful. It just brings tears to my eyes. So many cultures. I'm a very emotional being, apparently. I'm a crybaby most times. But what I'm saying is we're all connected, but we can honor our differences and love it. Why do we want to be blended? That just makes no sense to me. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's saying, I like you only if you're like me. That's stupid. You know, it's just dumb. So anyways, there's something about mother with the moon and honoring those that are different and loving them. They're just the same. And just being together. I love this. So the reading is just really talking about being devoted to your people and devoted to your flag is good. Be devoted, but also be receptive to the colors of the world. Love our diversity and be supportive of one another. Hold their hand and say, I support you as you hold your flag. And I just ask you support me as I hold mine. I was watching a video of the Olympics and one guy got a gold medal and they were doing the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever to his country. It was Japan, I believe. So they had a pledge to the Japanese, whatever. And the other guy who had like a silver medal next to him, the flag was flat and you couldn't see the flag as they were giving honor to their country. So the other person next to him went over, grabbed the flag, pulled it up, so everyone could see the flag as he was doing the pledge, whatever that was for, you know, the Japanese. And it just made me want to cry because I'm like, that's how we should support every other person. We should support them by, if their flag is down, we hold it up and raise it and say, yeah, I'm going to hold this flag while you give your honor and devotion to your people. We should be doing that. We should be doing that. I don't know, there's something about unity and listening to one another and being there for one another, which, by the way, is very Aquarius and very humanitarian, which is bringing love to the situation. And I know Jupiter's like, let's do this. Let's bring love to these wars. Let's bring love. That's the answer. anyways, we're going to keep going. So in the present moment, for air signs in general, besides this vast, large message, you guys may be getting some good advice from your mother if you have one. So if you guys have a mother, she's giving you lots of advice. And this could be a mother figure. If it's not your actual mother, this could be an aunt, it could be a grandma, it could be a sister, an older sister, it could be a neighbor, it could just be a friend that feels like your mother, you know what I mean? So this is getting advice from the mother. Or for those of you that are just listening to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, listening to the moon, this is literally the moon, which represents mother. And you might just be listening to the moon, just listening to her beautiful vibrations she sends you at night through dreams and different connections. Your mother's staying with you. Oh, that's awesome. So being close to the mother, I'm loving this. Be close to your moms. Ketu does represent your mom. Oh, and ironically, Mother's Day is coming up. So this is honoring your mother and her family and where you came from, also honoring women and honoring the moon. So for the air signs, this may be honoring femininity and honoring women at this time in the present. Yes, honoring women. Oh, okay, so there's another message there. A lot of you guys may not agree with me, but I will say this. I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. But just dressing up like a woman doesn't make you one. You know, and getting your things on your body changed doesn't make you one. There's the biology, the DNA, the ancestry that is connected to being a woman. And it comes from your mother and her mother and your grandma and your great-grandma and your great-great-grandma. These are the feminine energies deposited into your DNA, which connect you more than just biologically, but emotionally as a woman, spiritually as a woman, feeling the feelings and the pains of the women in your family. And being a woman is so much more than just biology. But of course, it does talk about biology as well, the things that women go through, the discomforts of having a period every month, the discomforts of childbirth, the discomforts of being weaker. And we don't like to say that out loud, but the truth is most women that are not major bodybuilders just don't have that strength. And we are created differently. And we should honor the diversity of being a woman. So this is about honoring that and, and vice versa, honoring the masculine, honoring the men that are so different. And so if you are a woman and you're watching this, honor your womanhood. Honor your mothers and grandmothers. Honor them. Connect with the women in your life. And if you are a man, honor the women in your life as well. They brought you through them. Your soul had to go through their body and their womb. Your blood had to be mixed with theirs to have life. You were nourished through her body. The emotions that the mother feels affects the child in the womb. The thoughts the mother thinks connects and affects to the child in the womb. We all have mothers, or we wouldn't be here. And even if you don't know that mother, it's about connecting to the womb that brought you into the world. Because you spent 9 months in there, feeling, thinking, growing as one with the mother. And so there's this deep connection to that. And just in general, being connected to your femininity if you are a woman. And, we have wider hips, all of us do. It's a biological fact, we have wider hips. Can't change that. Can't do a surgery and shrink your hips. Doesn't matter how much you would like to be a boy. You know, you can't shrink your hips. It just is. And you can cut anything off that you want, but you still have that yearning, that nurturing that is deeply embedded in your DNA. And so this is about honoring that about yourself. I don't know. There's something about being devoted to that right now and really honoring the moon and the femininity and the women. There's some special announcement. There's some special notification. There's some special message about women in this particular present time right now. Okay, and Spirit's like, let's honor that. Okay, we're going to move on from the present. Getting advice from mom, talking to mom, being devoted to womanhood, listening to the world and giving your loving opinion involved with it is important right now. So give love to the world. We're going to move on to the future. What's happening with the air signs in the future? We have the quickening. All the puzzle pieces come together. Everything's going to make sense. It's all happening so fast. Rebirth and the quickening are both about bringing life to the world. For some of you guys, you may be becoming pregnant. If you are a woman and you're of that age, you may be pregnant right now or becoming pregnant or considering being pregnant or maybe being a surrogate. But there's this energy about thinking about giving life, okay? And in the future coming up, there's probably going to be a birth announcement, 7 days, 7 weeks. Maybe someone is 7 months pregnant or 7 months to go. But there's going to be a lucky number 7 attached here. And beautiful spring announcements for children. For others of you that this is not children, this is going to be about the new you. You're going to look in the mirror and be different. You're going to have a glow in your eyes, a rosiness to your cheeks, a gentle, simple smile that feels fresh and peaceful. Your eyes are going to have a relaxed state about them. Your presence and your body and your aura is going to give people a sense of peace. You are going to be more in nature. You're going to be spending time in grassy areas or working with the outdoors. There's a lot of greenery. And I feel like there's going to be excitement about new things that you want to grow and build. But a lot of you guys are going to be having a green thumb. So I see the planting of a garden, the planting of flowers, the planting of seeds for your own life, investments. But this is growth. In a nutshell, basically, this is growth. And you guys, air signs, are going to grow from your experiences, and you're going to gain. You're going to gain property. You're going to gain land. You're going to gain a member of the family. You're going to gain wisdom. You're going to gain something, but this is about gains. So the air signs are making big gains. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, so we are gaining. This is good. Gaining momentum also for some of you. Let's get the tarot. So now we have the Hermit card in reverse. What's up with the tarot cards in reverse today? This is getting out of your shell, getting back out there. A lot of you guys, probably 2020, 2021, now, 2022, you've been in your shell. You're like, I don't want to be around people. Very Pisces and Virgo. I don't want to be around people's stuff. They're drama, they're frustrating, there's just, I want to be alone, I want to be in my space. Things are changing. You're going to be around more people. You're actually going to be inviting people to your home, or you're going to be having that person come into your life. You're going to be making friends, communicating, dating, going out to eat, going to fun places, traveling, getting out there. You're getting back involved. This is like, I tried and I tried and I failed, but I'm going to try again. Some of you guys may have failed at having children. You're going to try again this year. Some of you guys may have failed at a test, trying to get a license of some kind. You're going to get back out there. You're going to continue that journey and you're going to pass. You're going to gain, okay? A lot of you guys have failed on doing some of your dreams, the things that you wanted to do in your life. And you've looked back and, you know, that Seven of Pentacles is looking back at your life and saying, I remember when I had that New Year's resolution in 2021 or 2020, and I still didn't achieve it. You know, that's disappointment. And it's like, you know, I said I was going to achieve this by this age and I didn't. Or I said I was going to travel here by this age and I haven't. You know, time goes by so quickly. I'm going to quit making excuses. I'm going to quit living my life so busy where I avoid the things that I want to do. You know, this is looking back and saying life is faster than I thought, and I got to start making some real changes to get some things that I want done. And that's the quickening. You kind of have a fire under your butt to accomplish things. And so there is going to be some changes made. And usually the Hermit's about seclusion, going in yourself, soul searching. I feel because it's in reverse, you've already done a lot of soul searching. You've been doing that in hiding as a hermit for a while. And now you're done with the soul searching. You know what you want. You just want to take action. Yeah. So you're going to be quickening. You're going to be starting that business or getting that degree or that license, making that move, growing that business, growing your family. You're just taking action basically, and you're getting back out there. No more sitting on the sidelines or sitting on the bench. This is getting in the game, okay? The next one is, understanding. So this is pretty basic. You understand what you want. This is like that little quote, I understand the assignment. I understand the assignment. Whew. Good, you understand the assignment. You know that it takes hard work and dedication. I'll be honest, people have dreams, right? You guys do. You have a dream right now. And you know it's not just going to pop up and be done. You know it. I know it. We all know it. But as much as we know it, where's the action? You know, having a volume of books on a shelf with all these things to do and have and read, and you don't even pick it up. But you have it, but you don't use it. That's what that is. Understanding that if you really want change, you have to do something about it. It's like looking at your house and saying, oh yeah, I really want this, I really want that, I really want this. They're all ideas. Maybe you had drawn a picture of it and you put it on a shelf and you never did it. Now years have gone by, still not done. And you're just like, damn it. And you look back, you're like, well, someone got sick, I had to work, I got busy with this, I needed to rest, I needed to find myself, I needed to heal, I needed peace, I needed time. You know, true. But there are moments where you could have done it. And you're like, yeah, I know. There were times it could have been done. It just wasn't. And so this is looking back and just acknowledging it, knowing it. All right, let's get some clarifications. Clarifications on what you know you could have, should have, would have. Clarifications about getting back out there now. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck is, I'm worried about my legacy, my status. This is, what are you going to leave behind in this world? What are you going to do for this world, for your family alone? What is your legacy? What are you going to leave behind? What are they going to say about you when you're gone? Are they going to say anything? This is, I want to leave my place in the world better than when I came in. I just want to do something. You want to work together, teamwork. I want to do something for people. I want to do something for the people I love. I want to make a change in our family. The next one is, thank you for sharing. I'm sorry, no, not sharing. Thank you for showing me what true love is, unconditional. I kind of feel like you guys had to show yourself. The air signs had to show themselves what unconditional love to themselves is. They didn't get that from somebody else. They didn't get that from a parent. They didn't get that from a lover. They didn't get that anywhere else, but they went inside Virgo, hermit vibes, and discovered independence. And unconditional love for the self is so important. You did that for you. The next one is pleasure. Nothing comes close to how deep you please me. So you found pleasure in loving yourself. You guys take it how you want, but I meant it in a nice way. You found happiness and completion and wholeness and joy and pleasure. Loving yourself finally for once, unconditionally, not in neediness of completion of another. And so there's happiness and joy in loving yourself right now. And that is the air sign, being devoted to yourself, honoring yourself, loving yourself, and understanding who you are. It may have taken you years, but you finally fucking got there. You're like, yep, I can look in the mirror now. I know who the fuck I am. I understand myself. I love myself. This is a great achievement. Now that you're empowered, you can do good. You can do change. You can do all these things. The next card here is I'm no good, toxic. I think you understood what was toxic in your life. Okay? You understand the assignment. You understand how you treated yourself toxically, who you allowed in your life that was toxic, and just toxic patterns in general, karmic cycles. You called it out, you know it by name, you know what it is, you know the trigger, you know the person, you know the cycle. You understand the assignment. And so you're like, I know what's toxic and what's not, and I'm glad you can tell the difference now. You're able to create that border, that line, that boundary, and say, excuse me, I know what that is. And you know how to deal with it. Anyways, we're going to read quickening. This is a long one. Okay. Everything comes together and accelerates forward here in the future. This is the element of fire. This is the number 7, and the phase is growth. Wow. At last, at last, at last, at last, help is on the way. There comes a point after we've set our course and begun to work very hard, when everything just suddenly starts to show signs of life. When the flowers start getting blooms, the leaves start blooming on the trees, everything suddenly starts to come alive. The grass goes from crunchy to soft and even a little green in between. Our undertaking gains momentum and things start coming together. This stage of growth is similar to the quickening in pregnancy, when life suddenly enters the fetus. So again, signs of pregnancy for those that are wanting children. Pregnancy really pops up for you in the near future. But others, it's metaphorical. But my friends, if you're wanting a house, if you're wanting a degree, if you're wanting to move, if you're wanting change, if you're wanting to let go of something, this card in the near future represents the growth, when everything starts to feel like it's happening, it's actually manifesting. No matter what you're trying to achieve, we always need a million things. Yet we each only have 2 hands and so much time and only so much energy. Thank God the universe starts to kick in, at least give a little help. There's a certain point, and It does this for us because we can't simply do all these things for ourselves. So this is the moment when help comes in. Life enters and quickens your endeavor. Or they'll die. So thank God. This card says you are bringing your trust and faith into your manifestation. And if what we started is meant to be, truly supposed to happen for us and written in the stars in our birth chart, destiny is involved with this, then it says all the puzzle pieces will fit together in time. During a quickening phase, the pace builds up with animated excitement, like adding fuel to a bonfire. We pay attention and balance the situation to keep things under control. We make sure to rest, pay the bills, and remember mundane details during the hectic quickening phase, and then you can enjoy the flood of brand new energy. All right, so you guys are going to get a lot more energy. I feel like for some of you guys, you're changing your eating or drinking habits, and it is giving you guys a big burst of energy. Okay, so that's about to change, a big burst of energy to get what you need done. So rest and then re-energize. Okay, so we're going to read the rebirth. I don't know if I already read that. This is the ultimate message. We return to new life after a period of sadness, pain, suffering, your numbness, and your loss of things that meant a lot to you. What was dormant and suffering now suddenly awakens. Your heart was broken. You suffered a loss. Daily stress overwhelmed you, and you might have even shut down emotionally for a time, which is why the Hermit was in the upright, but now in reverse, because you did have a shutdown. It felt like a part of you died. The pain, the pressure, the chaos, it was too much. So you buried your feelings, and some of you guys even gave up on hope. Maybe some of you guys daydreamed aimlessly, or just felt like you stumbled in despair. Until now. Time heals all wounds. Spring always returns after the coldness of winter. The emotional winter felt unbearable, long, and harsh. But not everything will survive. We may be unable to awaken an old dream or resume an abandoned relationship. Some projects will be lost. Friendships neglected too long may perish. But we can thaw out our feelings and start again. Our thoughts, our ideas can grow again. We can redo an online profile, change our style, take another photo, begin dating or job hunting again, start a new business, meet someone new. For some people, a vacation or retirement will bring some much needed rejuvenation and a second chance at life. We have changed, and so has the world we live in. Life can and will be different than before, but we all need renewal. We all need a fresh start and a chance to come back after a long, difficult season. We will be reborn. I'm hearing from the pain comes the pleasure. From war is the birth of new worlds. That's what I'm hearing. From loss comes new life and rebirth. And I feel like that is a judgment card, so what was dead can rise again. Old dreams, old beliefs, they can be reborn, revamped, renewed. They're not going to be the same as you first started, but they will be similar. They will be very, very similar. So I see parts of you guys coming back to life, and for other people, I see a whole newness in you just coming out. A whole newness about yourself. All right, so let's read the oracle of the Moonology for the Air Collective. Aha, meditation finds its way back into the air sign reading. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. This card speaks volumes of dreams and romance, of soulmates and of poetry, of music and song, of silk and sweetness, and the dark depths of introspection, but also the beauty of the unknown being revealed. There's a new start coming your way with every new moon. And whatever's been connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. Here we are. There could be some confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. I'll read that again. Pay attention. There could be some confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, when you wish so hard and you believe so much with all your soul and thoughts and heart, and you watch your words because they are the words of your soul and your heart, and you know that these words and feelings and thoughts can bring about a manifestation of all your wildest dreams, the dreams in which others' dreams could never reach, the depths of the depths of the depths that find the most beauty and pleasure, but are so difficult to get to. You see, Pisces swims deep. Pisces swims true. They don't stop in shallow water. They don't stop swimming because it gets dark and they see no way. Because with Pisces, the little fish that swim into the darks, they become the light. They don't seek out the light. They don't ask Spirit for a light. They don't search for a light. In the Pisces realm, they become the light that they need. So when there is all hope lost, no door open, no way through, Pisces says, I become the door. I become the bridge. I become the light. I become that which I am lacking. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what Pisces believes. And if all that sounds a little wet, a little watery, a little daydreamy, well, that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Even when all else fails and no one believes in you, Pisces knows the way. Attuned to the moon message for you is, use your feelings to guide you, because logic just won't work right now. You can kick logic to the side. Additional meanings for this card, my air signs, is number 1, face your fears. They are probably holding you back. That's probably all that's holding you back. Second, this situation that you're dealing with that is frustrating, it actually is being healed, whether you know it or not. Third, it is time for you to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Whatever that means, it's beautiful. Okay? Fourthly, Pisces, avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. I repeat, avoid being deceptive. And you do have deception Okay? Avoid being deceptive or willingly allowing yourself to be deceived by others. Don't be a coward. Don't let yourself be tricked. Trust your intuition. Don't allow yourself to bury your head in the sand because you don't want to see the truth. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. And don't allow yourself to believe what other people say is not possible. That's a deceiving, because that may not be possible for them. It doesn't mean that it is not possible for you. Be true to yourself. The teaching of this card is Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries. It is also the depths of emotion. It does talk about idealism and hopeless romantics. Yes, it talks about dreams and fantasy and otherworldly. It seems far-fetched to many. Its energy is deep, like the watery depths of our seas. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions to have some free reign. Yes, allow your daydreams to have free reign. Imagine, imagine, imagine. Whatever you're feeling, as you pull this card, it's more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow. And only you know if that's the case or not. Okay. So anyways, air signs, it's been a very beautiful reading. I am going to continue this on the other side. So I'm going to be putting this into the extended. It should be uploaded tonight at some point. If you want to join my beautiful subscription and support me, support my messages, support this channel, and support other people because you're a giving person and you would love to spread whatever blessings you have and multiply that, please go to www.jks1111.com. Purchase my monthly extended subscription. It's only $33.33 a month. That's less than a meal out. Please support this and give thanks to the universe for the love and the wisdom and the knowledge that can come through these beautiful readings. You're going to open up a door into the vault of all my extended readings from all time, which is a blessing upon you. Click whatever title is calling your name. Give yourself the gift of peace and understanding with more precision and more dedicated readings towards each zodiac sign. In the extended, I am going to go through Libra specifically, and I'm going to be going through Gemini specifically, and I'm going to be going through Aquarius specifically. So if you guys are one of those air signs or someone you love is one of those air signs and you would like some of my personal reading, intuitive messages about that specific sign, and you believe in what I say can be true and I am channeling, if you want to know more about that specifically, please go there and go ahead and get subscribed. If anybody else is interested in anything else I have to offer, you're welcome to look around there as well, jks1111.com. If anybody would like to give a love donation or a thank you, you can do that at Cash App. And my tag is money symbol, let that chick go 1111. Or you can just go to my website and click donation and send me a message of love. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please hit the like button on your way out and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon. It really is cool because you are going to get a notification, just a little bar that comes down and says, hey, JKS is live or JKS has a new video. So it's worth that. Please go ahead and do that today. I am going to be doing a private reading today for my subscribers, the 3333 a month fan club there. We're going to be having a live chat after this evening. Not too late. I don't want to go late, so I'm thinking probably more around like 8 time frame, my time frame. And I will answer your questions for free. So all of you guys that are subscribers to my monthly subscription and everything was paid and due this month, you're going to be able to get a free reading for yourself on the other side. Okay, as well as seeing the extendeds of my videos. We've done fire, earth, now we've done air. What's next is water. So if you guys want to go ahead and participate and get a free reading, please be sure you subscribed to the monthlies. That being said, I'll see you guys later, the rest of you, tomorrow for another reading. We will finish with water and then get back into our weekly twin flame and soulmate readings, karmic readings, and so on. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And remember, like I always say, this life, this love, this reading, it's just part of the journey. It's not a destination. It is not the end all, be all. It is part of your walk. It's part of your swim. So just keep swimming, because that's what our life is all about, growth and swimming. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Good night, Assad Isman. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Markers, for all your love and support. Thank you, Karen, for all your love and support. You guys are awesome. Oh, and last little reminder, which I forgot. Oh, 111 minutes, by the way. I am doing an 11/11 reading for everyone else that's not part of my subscription family. So if you guys want to get a little mini reading for yourself, past, present, future, that is going to be available on the 11th of this month. You can go ahead and start to get in line for that and pay through Cash App or my website donation. But Cash App is going to be where you can go, and you can just donate that 11/11, and I'll get your name. You can put your question on there, but I am going to be doing your reading on the 11th of this month, and it's only $11.11. So you guys are welcome to do the 11/11 reading. For those of you that don't have money at this time, it's a little bit tight. Look forward to the 22nd, because on the 22nd of this month, I will be doing $22 minis, and that's a Celtic cross. So you guys are going to be able to get $22 mini readings on the 22nd of this month. So if you have the money now, you can get in line, or you can just wait till it's closer to that time frame. Just keep in mind, as they start rolling in, you'll be pushed further down the list the longer you wait. So anyways, but it will be time stamped anyways, to be honest, it will be time stamped. But if you guys are interested in getting other readings because you're not a subscriber, those are the 2 times a month that I'll allow other readings for the public. So keep that in mind. And for everyone else that has readings waiting for me, I definitely am getting to those readings. Contact me through the comments below any video, and I'm happy to reach out to you. I have a real hard time reaching out through email, and I always say that to you guys. No communication through email. It's not the best, but comments and all of that are great. So I'm getting to all of you. I love you so much. For those of you that have been waiting for a while, thank you so much for your patience. I always give you above and beyond the normal reading, so it's well worth it. And keep in mind, it's always about divine timing. And I do offer genuine readings. This is not something everybody can do. It is draining. It is spiritually involved, karmically involved. It takes a lot out of me, so sometimes that's why it gets pushed out. Just understand I do my best at all times, and I never let anyone slip through the cracks, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much. Tanino, do I do PayPal? No, I don't. I'm sorry. Just Cash App or my website, which you can use any debit or credit, and it takes it international also, so that's available. So only Cash App or my website. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Be blessed on your way out and have a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.